Hey, how y'all doing? This is your girl Tashi, and I am back with another video. So this one is British versus American Christmas. Which country does it the best? I don't know. I'm curious to see this video.
Hi. It's that time of year again when my costume department decides, oh, you know what, let's put our jobs on the line. In a few short days, it will be Christmas. And because of that, it seemed like an appropriate time to tell you which country, Britain or America, does Christmas better. That's sure, I'm definitely going to get cancelled. Basically, I grew up in Britain and lived there for 26 years. For the past 14, I've lived in the United States. I've seen my fair share of British and American Christmases to know what I'm talking about. And what we've decided to do is rank it based on categories, right? So the country that comes out on top in the most categories has the best Christmases. It really is that simple. So, you know, sit back, get yourself a glass of eggnog or Advocaat, and raise a toast to this scientific, completely unbiased view of Christmases on either side of the pond. This is already going to be so hard. Decorations. Who does the best decorations? It's a really difficult question to answer because on the one hand, Britain keeps it simple. I like simplicity. You know, there's not too much on the front of our houses, just maybe the occasional string of lights that's hanging off because, you know, somebody named Colin decided to cut them down when I was 6 years old. But then on the other hand, you know, maybe if you're into the glitz and glamour and all of that, and sometimes I am in that mood, America is where it's at. These lights that you see down the streets are absolutely mental.
Can you imagine the light bill? Oh my God, that light bill gotta be high.
I've told you about this before, but just down my street here, half of the houses look like slot machines. It's like you're at the arcade on the seafront at Cleethorpes. That's just where I was born. And sometimes it'll even sound like it, because you can drive up to the really special houses, stick on the radio to a specific frequency, and it'll play a soundtrack. And the lights will just blink off and on like this, just, you know, without the hand motions, unless you have animatronics, which actually is often the case. So on that score, America comes out on top, and I suppose it's really hard to ignore that fact. So I think based on the craziness of American decorations, and that's not even touching the things that people have in their houses, because who does that? Burglars and Santa. I think America comes out on top on this, so I'd have to give them the victory there. I am not much of a traditionalist. Clearly, I'm doing a YouTube video in my pajamas, but there are some traditions that I do like. Birthdays is one of them, and Christmas is another, because both countries have their fair share of traditions that come along with it. It's a tradition in England to pull a cracker sometime after dinner, just all day, because it can be fun when you're 6. And wearing those really cool party hats, don't tell the costume department about those. And in some respects, the nostalgia of doing some of those things and leaving out mince pies for Santa Claus does really hit home in this very, very tiny heart of mine. But
y'all leaving mint pies for Santa? Kids are leaving cookies and milk for Santa here. Mint pies? I mean, Santa pie do love mint pies. I never had a mint pie before, but it do look good from what I've seen on a video I was watching. It do look good. I want to try it one day.
But in some ways, I suppose that American Christmas traditions have become somewhat of a novelty for me. I like going out on New Year's Eve dressed in just my pajamas to look at the Christmas lights. Is that just my wife's family? Let me know in the comments below if that is an American thing or if my wife's family are weird. And I suppose.
Wait, wearing pajamas to go see Christmas lights? I never heard of that one. I mean, people do go out to look at Christmas lights, but in their pajamas? I don't know anybody that does that.
I suppose what's extra weird about that is that on Christmas morning, another tradition in my wife's family is to give us pajamas. It's like the circle of life. On Christmas Eve, you wear the pajamas that you got last year, and then they just renew the next day. And then you don't touch them again for another 364 days. It's difficult. I almost feel like I have to flip a coin, so I'm going to go with America. No, Britain. No, America. Music. is going to be a hard one because, let's face it, most Christmas music is insufferably cheesy. On the one hand, with British music, you have Wonderful Christmas Time, which, let's face it, should be prosecuted for war crimes. And I'm a huge Beatles fan, right? I've got nothing against Paul McCartney, but the lyrics, the choir of children sing their song, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Sounds like it was written by a choir of children. On the other hand,
I love that song.
nostalgia. I grew up with Shakin' Stevens, not literally, he was on in the background. As was Chris Rea with Driving Home for Christmas.
Driving home for Christmas, I can't wait to see those faces.
Sounds like Kermit the Frog. I'll never do that again. Slade, Wizard, these songs didn't make it to America, where instead you've got Dominic the Donkey and Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, two songs that make Paul McCartney's lyrics look like Leonard Cohen. Then again, America did provide some classics like White Christmas or Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. So it sort of just feels 50-50. On this occasion, I'm going to have to go with the music that I grew up with, even if that includes Cliff Richard.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is tricky because Christmas family get-togethers are different on either side of the pond. In Britain, they're smaller, intimate affairs, which I quite like. I'm an introvert. I don't want to be around lots of people that I don't like. And those small family get-togethers usually consist of the best family members, so you don't have any of the riffraff there. But because of that, you do feel obligated to be ever present. On the other hand, in the United States, where you have much larger family gatherings, it can be overwhelming for people like me, especially if my wife's cousin Chad has been at the tequila. And that's because, you know, you'll have 20, 30, 40,000 family members all in the same house at the same time. And because of that, I then turn to the tequila and nobody wins. But in all seriousness, it is a joyful occasion until somebody brings up how the Electoral College works. And if you are an introvert like me, you can just shuffle off into one of the side rooms and nobody knows where you are or what you're doing. Not that I'm doing anything untoward. And anyway, nobody remembers Christmas 2014, so shut it. Once again, it's almost impossible to choose between them. And I think because I had the same dilemma over music and I went with Britain, I think to even the odds, I'm going to go with America on this one. But I still love you, Mom and Dad and everyone. This is just unfair, asking me to decide who does the better Christmas food, Britain or America. Somebody posted on Twitter the other day, let's settle the debate, British bacon or American bacon. Now, obviously there's nothing to do with Christmas, but the point is, I love both in equal measure and for completely different reasons. And the same is true with Christmas food, there are pros and cons to both. Actually, there aren't many cons, it's mostly pros. All food is good, right? Unless it's got cinnamon in it. I mean, in England, I grew up with mince pies, Christmas pudding, you know, the staples. Not literal staples, that would be really dangerous. And then when the family comes around, it's finger food, you know, sausages on a stick, sausage rolls, just basically sausage. And then you wash it all down with a nice drink of Advocaat or 7. I promise there's more to British Christmas food than that, but stunningly, that's what's entering my head as we speak. Both countries might have turkey as the centerpiece, but America will often not have that. It might surprise you with ham or chicken or just any other meat.
Yeah, I'm not much of a turkey person. My mom just took out the turkey because Christmas is around the corner, but I'd rather eat chicken, steak, fish. I don't know, something else. I'm not much of a turkey person. Turkey is too dry. It doesn't have to be dry. Just something about it. I'm not crazy about it.
You can think of. So I suppose that's good for variety, but on the other hand, I kind of like the consistency of only having turkey. This is really hard to answer. I love pecan pie, so that might sway it more to the United States, but I hate cinnamon, so that might help Britain's cause here. I think, again, nostalgia is going to play its part, and I'm going to have to go with Britain.
Britain? I mean, I never had British food really, so I can't really judge.
Clearly, this one comes down to whether or not you want a white Christmas. Obviously, Bing Crosby did. But then he also sang, I'll be home for Christmas, you can count on me, I'll be home for Christmas, but only in my dreams. Which is it, Bing? And as somebody who lives in Chicago, I don't necessarily share his dream. But in the lead up to Christmas, as I said in my November special, there is something a little magical about, you know, heaps and heaps of snow falling into your face, while the warm glow of Christmas lights does its best to melt it, the snow, not my face. On the other hand, white Christmases in Britain are very rare. And I suppose when I lived there, I did get caught up in the whole, ooh, Oh, please be a white Christmas. But now it's not such a big deal to me, probably because as a YouTube sensation, I can make a white Christmas happen at any time. So perhaps controversially, I think that Britain has the best Christmas weather. Which means that it's now 3-3 and we go to a penalty shootout. Feel free to use this in our world.
See, that's the thing, because certain part of America don't get snow. The only ones that mostly get snow is like mostly the people who live up north or people who live, up north. No, up north. I was going to say like the east side, because I'm on the east side, close to the north. So, we could just say the north side. Yeah. People who live like up north gets all the snow. People who live down south don't get no snow. They might get a little sprinkle, but they don't really get snow. And most majority of people on the West Coast, they don't get snow. They don't experience snow like that. So I love it when it's snow on Christmas.
World Cup highlights package. Who does the best Christmas films? I suppose this could come down to whether or not you believe that The Muppets Christmas Carol is British or American. It is American made, obviously, because of Jim Henson Productions and Disney's involvement in the making of the film. But
I try to watch that. I couldn't really get into it. I tried to watch it the other day, but yeah, I couldn't really get into it.
But it is set in Britain and it does star Michael Caine. I think that means it's one each in this penalty shootout. So moving on to other films. Ooh, Love Actually. I mean, it's very divisive. I don't mind it. It's good. But I can see why people hate it. What else have we made? What are the Christmas films? I mean, all of the other Scrooge films. The Alistair Sim one, people always say that's the best. So we've got that in our locker. What does America have?
A lot.
Except for Die Hard and It's a Wonderful Life.
A lot.
A Christmas Story. The Santa Claus, 1, 2, and 3. White Christmas.
A lot.
Elf. Did I say Gremlins?
Christmas Story.
The Christmas Chronicles, frankly.
Yeah.
Just watched it. It was a decent little yarn.
Home Alone.
The Holiday is basically British
Holiday.
American as well. I just don't know that this is a fight
so
that Britain
many.
can win.
So
So,
many.
appropriately, given that America popularised a
definitely
lot of the
hands
Christmas
down.
customs that we use today, America, you, due to the heroic actions of a metaphorical goalkeeper, officially do better Christmases than Britain. Britain, don't worry, because you do way more TV specials. That's another category. We're going to an
true.
8th category.
British got a lot of great TV specials. A lot. Y'all might
That's
get
right.
this.
Some of the greatest British television ever made just happened to take the form of a Christmas special. We love doing that. I mean, most of our comedies have a special that airs on or around Christmas Day. But it isn't just comedy. It happens in Doctor Who, soap operas, panel shows, probably detective shows. Even the Weather Report becomes Christmasified. And the thing is about all of these things is that they usually get some sort of extended runtime because they are literally a special. Whereas this isn't such a big thing in America. I mean, sure, you have TV shows that have themes of Christmas in them, but it seems to be rare that they are purposely extended and epic like they are in Britain. To be fair, I haven't researched this because I just thought of this category on the fly, but that's how it feels. If it's untrue, let me know in the comments below. In any case, Britain wins this round and the points are shared. And so a big happy Christmas to all of my subscribers, including my wife's cousin Chad. And if you like t-shirts, why not pay a visit to Pondland, my new merchandising store that has Lost in the Pond t-shirts, and for clarification, this isn't one of them, this was a gift. And an extra special Merry Christmas to my patrons, without whom these videos would not be possible. If you would like to support Lost in the Pond and everything we do, you can do so today at patreon.com/lostinthepond. Until the next video, goodbye.
Merry Christmas to you, Lawrence. But comment below. Do you agree with him? I kind of agree with it. I give him that one. I don't know about Britain food though. I'm a little curious because it don't sound like you have a lot of options. He mentioned pudding. What's the thing that he called? That meat. Oh my god, I forgot the name of it. Meat pie. That's it, really. But I guess I can have that one. It's fair enough. The score is fair, okay? It's fair. So comment below. Do you agree with him? Is there anything else you'd like to add onto that? I do give y'all the Christmas special. Y'all got some great Christmas special. But we have the movies. Because let me tell you something. There's so many Christmas movies out there that he didn't even mention. There's so many more than that. But yeah. But comment below. just want to say Merry Christmas. Also, I want to thank you for everybody that subscribed to my channel. I want to thank you. It's gonna be another new year. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Like 2024 is like literally around the corner. Like time is not waiting for anyone. Time is moving fast. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone that supported me on my channel. Thank you. And Merry Christmas.